and welcome to this course on digital marketing. My name is Sudhir. I am a member of the faculty in the marketing area at the Indian Institute of Management, Indore, and I will be delivering this course on digital marketing for you. Now, if you look around and see how the marketing scenario has evolved after the emergence of internet and after the emergence and dominance of computational technologies and mobile platforms, you would find that there has been a transformation in how marketers engage with the market and with consumers. You find drastic changes in the way consumers are approached. You will find that marketers have opened new avenues and new platforms wherein they are able to reach to consumers with much more ease. Consumers are today able to access information much more effectively as compared to a few years ago or a few decades ago. Because of the internet, consumers have information at their fingertips. Even on social media platforms, you will find that consumers are interconnected with other consumers, which gives them immense opportunity to network, to share their feedback and share information about different products and services. When it comes to delivery and fulfillment of products, unlike the traditional retailing formats, today there are a lot of new business models, a lot of which are now dominated by the online space, which have evolved. Every time the consumer interacts with a digital touch point or the consumer interacts with any kind of digital platform, there is data that is recorded, and the marketer is able to now access all this data with ease and use all those data to understand the consumer better. It's a still evolving technology which has created drastic transformation to how the marketplace is behaving and how marketers are engaging in this marketplace. This is the reason why we want to put this course across to you, wherein we are now trying to make sense and understand what digital and social media marketing is all about, and we are also going to devote time on understanding how can the marketer make use of digital and social media platforms. We will start off the course with a basic refresher of what marketing is, what consumer behavior is, how does the consumer arrive at a product purchase decision, etc. All the basics of the things that you would have studied in basic marketing courses. Then we will come and try to define the entire digital marketing landscape. We will try to touch upon all different technology platforms, all different platforms that the consumer uses and that can be used by the marketer to interact with the consumer. We will talk about search engines, we will talk about social media, we will talk about emails, we will talk about mobile platforms, we will talk about affiliate campaigns, we will talk about the website, we will talk about all such platforms in detail. So there will be specific sessions that will be dedicated to understanding what are these platforms, what are the opportunities and limitations of these platforms. So in order to arrive at this kind of an understanding, we will define and we will introduce a strategy framework, a digital marketing strategy framework, which will talk about different kinds of objectives, different kinds of activities and different plans of action that the marketer has to think about and has to strategize in order to ensure success in the marketplace of digital and social media platforms. And in doing so, we will also define what are the different parameters that the marketer will have to look for, what are the different analytics models and what are the different elements of data that are required in order to understand whether or not your strategy has been effectively achieved or not. So in doing so, we will be creating a comprehensive strategy framework which will talk about what are the different objectives, how is that these objectives could be met, what are going to be the different key performance indicators that the marketer should look for, how is that you are going to evaluate whether or not you have achieved these objectives. So it will be an end-to-end strategy framework. Once we do that, in the last part of this course, we will be discussing about a few case studies wherein we will try to bring in real life examples of companies which are undergoing certain problems and which want to use digital and social media platforms in order to solve these problems. We will think about how is that these companies are analyzing to solve the problem, how are they bringing in digital and social media platform, what kind of strategy decisions are they taking, and how is that it going to impact the company. We get into understanding what the landscape is of digital and social media marketing. We discuss and devote time to understand each of these platforms in detail, their limitations, their opportunities, their description, etc. Then we come into the holistic strategy of how you can integrate all of these different platforms to achieve the central objective of the firm. And finally, we will use real life examples to give us perspective of how a company can be using all of these different things. So in sum, this is a very comprehensive course that is now going to give you a strong foothold. So I am really excited about this course. I hope it adds a lot of value to your curricula and it gives you a lot of understanding about this emerging field of digital and social media marketing. Thank you.